Oh
That's
wait,
why
no,
we're
that's not my house. Here, I'll stream it to you. Why do they have more than 4? Oh wait, no they don't. Resilience has 5. One. Three. Alright, well. I painted 1942.
cool.
Alright.
Why was 10 and 4?
We're about to get started here with Unlighted versus Resilience. They're just figuring out who's gonna stay in for game 1. Oh. 2 people from Resilience have left the lobby. Who is? Alright, well, let's hope we're not scuffed there, as the winner of this set goes into Div 4 finals and the loser gets sent to 3rd place, either against Twice or Bounty, for both.
Tonight. Tonight, on
Now,
Luti, we watched 2 teams duke it out. Evie forgets to turn off the BRB screen, and I stumble my way through my sentences.
let's hope I don't mess it up this time. We're on the weapon select screen here, and we're going to get into Tower Control Makeover. As the first game, we have quite a history at that stage, let me tell you.
Yeah, specifically that combination.
Yeah.
The incident.
I think we've scrimmed Resilience recently. I'm still honestly not sure what they're going to run here. I know what some of their comps are, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see some interesting picks from some of them. Looks like both teams are majorly readied up now, only waiting on Julian from Resilience. Come on, play one. Alright.
And we're off to the races.
Hopefully, this is working. Like it. Yeah, the incident.
The incident.
Let's hope it doesn't happen here. We see a C-Jet coming out from Resilience, so that's a Ray. We see a Junior versus a 96 here for armor output. It looks like Resilience might get more, but it's about using them, not about having as much.
Quality over quantity.
Indeed. The opening fight starts out as most do. Resilience gets their early armor, and the knot on the side of Unlighted goes down.
Unlighted goes down to I think it was Dave.
The splash on the side of Unlighted here is gonna pop their... Oh, both sides are investing specials into this first tier.
And the
Second
splash
armor is
goes
already
down
out
on
for
Unlighted.
resilience, and they're just...
And so
Julian's
is
just kind of
Unlighted.
going.
Not. The Crapid is ballering into safety. Might try and kamikaze the tower, but cannot.
And just like that, on their first push, Resilience was almost able to make it to the second checkpoint on Makel.
Very impressive indeed.
They're gonna try and keep the armor, or the tower on Unlighted's half of the map, but now that they're pushing back out with their armor, it's just armors back and forth here. Julian's on his third one, and Unlighted's popped out 2 so far. Daybreak's gonna pop, is gonna get the ancient double here. This looks like it's gonna be a start of another Resilience push.
The Splash, the Splash tries to challenge the knot, but quickly realized, no.
Gudaku pops out another ray for Resilience as Armor and Booyah Bomb come out, and this is going to be another big push from Resilience here, unless Unlighted can pull off a stop. Julian goes down, but here comes Day's Inkjet. Gets some damage out here. It's just Day in the front lines now, and it looks like the Splash is going to try and rush him.
He's gonna jump out.
Successfully gets the jump out, and now Unlighted's first chance to push is coming very soon. Unfortunately, their crap goes down, but they have their armor still, and are still looking to get the push. The knot sort of overextends here. They were going to go into what would have been a 1v2 if Julian had started tossing bombs down. And now it's almost 2 down on the side of Unlighted again. You really don't have the map control or the kill power here to take on Resilience at this moment.
Kills the other.
Silver is way overextended here as he gets his Booyah Bomb shredded too.
As punishment for that, but it doesn't matter. They're still pushing. Down goes Julian.
Looks like the C-Jet here is going to do some power dancing.
So close to breaking checkpoint.
Can't get the checkpoint, but gets 5 more points in for the side of Resilience. A is sharking on the right side and trades with the 96. That's no armor for Unlighted. That's going to be a setback for them. But they have Inkjet and Ballers, so they should be good to start their pushing.
He's already over halfway to his.
They start their Inkjet, and it looks like they're searching for picks on... Who knows, but they get 0.
They get none.
They pop their armor now, and it looks like Unlighted's gonna make their first push as the Ray and the Booyah Bomb comes out. Booyah Bomb gets shredded, which kinda sucks for Silver, but...
Baller does a thing. Gets punished for it.
Crapwood goes down on the side of Unlighted as Julian is way overextended there for Resilience. Here comes a Inkjet from Pixie as they're gonna try to get something done here, but Splatver says no. Here comes the Bomb Rush and a defensive Inkjet, which is... I like seeing it when that happens, on the side of Resilience. Silver repositions to the right side in order to better defend Unlighted's push. The 96 trades with the C-Jet, and it's looking like it's a 2v1 for Resilience versus Pixie here in the corner. Julian pops off an armor in order to start their push, but not much comes from it. It's just to stay alive. Here comes an Inkjet from Pixie, and they're going to try to make something happen here as they go down to the K-Pro. 3 down on the side of Resilience. If there's any point that Unlighted's going to take the lead on a push, it's going to be this one. They have their baller ready, they have an armor, they have their suction bomb rush. They're gonna use 2 of their specials in order to get past the first checkpoint here. Resilience is going to have all 4 of their specials right now, so it doesn't look like this push is going to go much further. 2 down on the side of Unlighted to the Ray. That is a great value Ray here from Fudako.
Try to jump back on the tower, he unfortunately does not make it.
The knot is sort of sharking on the right side here. They're gonna try and get a pick on the C-Jet. They're not gonna get it. They're gonna go down with their Inkjet. The 96 is on tower, but what can they do? It's 3 up for Resilience, and that's the first game.
Resilience takes game 1.
That looks pretty dominant, though, for Resilience. Would you agree?
I would agree, yeah.
They had map control almost the whole time.
No one DC on this map.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Next map, Spot Zones Humpback Pump Track. What do we think we're gonna see
Yes, Booyah Heaven.
Yeah. It looks like Resilience here is going to swap out a player, and... yeah.
And welcome Carbine. Okay, let's... okay, I'm betting someone fucking pulls a funny and goes a PG.
PG could be seen here. I'm not sure who quite would run it on the side of Resilience, and...
well, it's not Carbine.
that is true, and they don't have a knot in
it.
play now. So we'll see if Pixie sticks to it or not. Please don't kill me.
Might be going K-Pro again.
That looks like it. I wouldn't go... well, Booyah Bomb is great here, so...
oh yeah, it's Booyah Heaven.
let's see how many Booyahs come out this game.
I'm not we're most likely either gonna see a K-Gal or PG. Or who knows, I might be wrong.
We might see K-Pro, because Silver was already on the K-Pro this game. The game before on Maker Tower, but... we'll see. K-Pro isn't really the best at painting for zone, as I have had in my experiences with it. It's definitely cost me a couple games, unfortunately.
Resilience does have Julian, though, who does paint a lot.
Julian's just gonna be pumping out armors here. Okay.
So in theory, you can sacrifice a bit of paint for Booyah.
That is true. But will they is the question. So we're getting started here with Humpback Zones, the second game of the set, and it looks like they're gonna switch from... there's gonna be a total of 3 Booyah Bomb users in this game. K-Machine, instead of not, it looks like, on the side of Unlighted, and they're basically running the same-ish comp, except the junior is now pulled out on both sides.
The machine is...
the machine goes down early, which gives Resilience the quick cap, but
But down goes Silver.
Silver kind of dies there, and it looks like Unlighted is gonna push back on with a Booyah Bomb and a...
where's Booyah coming out of this match?
Armor. And down goes the Remix on the side of Resilience. And so does Julian. And Carbine.
And so does Carbine. That's basically a wipe.
It looks like this is going to be the start of Unlighted's first hold for the zone here. And
we're gonna have 2 Booyahs.
Resilience is going in with 2 Booyah Bombs and their armor, and we will see what goes on here. Unlighted is almost able to keep the cap there, as the machine trades with the K-Pro.
For countering Booyah Bomb, the most you gotta do is paint inwards, since it spirals outwards.
Yes, that is true. If you get paint, it doesn't repaint itself the whole time, so it's almost very easy to hold off 1 Booyah Bomb. That 2 is kind of another story. Unlighted, however, is easily able to push back onto the zone and take it for their second cap, as they're going to invest more specials to keeping Resilience out.
And another one!
I see there have been 5, 6, 7, 8 Booyah Bombs so far, and we're only 2 minutes in.
It's going a 2v2 situation.
With just the K-Gal jumps in, they're going to attempt to hold off Resilience here on the zone. The junior backed up without them, and it looks like this is going to be Resilience's first push. Neither teams have held it for quite a long time, as it's both anyone's game still. There's going to be a Booyah Bomb coming in again from Unlighted, as Resilience takes the lead.
And almost holds zone.
Unlighted takes the cap though with a suction rush and a splashdown to counteract Carbine's rush.
Daring his suction rush.
It looks like that's another delayed sort of wipe here for Resilience, except for Julian, who's able to get out with their armor intact. And it looks like we're going to see the K-52 pushing through their elbow as well.
Over the map. Their comp is just for paint.
Julian drops into trench as the 52 is able to punish that. Holding...
Carbine also go goes down to Splash and Bunker.
It's just looking like trades and trades here. Brazilians can't afford this as it's ticking below 10 ticks now for Unlighted. This is going to be a closer game now. They get the cap, that's only stalling for time though, as they've not gotten full control of the area.
Down goes Carbine Julian along.
Unlighted Splash gets a double and that leaves Silver alone, so he has to jump out, and it looks like the machine's out of ink with nobody to help paint zone there. So that's gonna delay them a little bit.
Very familiar situation for Eevee.
Yes, indeed. And the 52 is pushed up into Resilience's elbow here. As they drop back to mid, they're able to stall them from getting paint into their thing again.
Is almost repelling, right? I say that a Booyah put into zone, and they almost hold zone once again, but unfortunately.
Splash here is sharking for Carbine on Resilience's bunker here, and they go down with a trade. That's better. Both teams are gonna lose their suction rush here, as Unlighted is definitely going to be closer to theirs. They're gonna go in with a Booyah Bomb, gets shredded. It's not gonna come out for Unlighted here, but they're going to be able to push in and get cap again as 3 go down on the side of Resilience.
As Resilience basically wipes.
Looks like the machine and the K-Gal are going to push through Resilience's street here. They get the remix, and as the machine goes down and the 52 is forced to back out.
But pushes right back in, and tries to become a junior.
Resilience is going to go for the cap here. They've got limited time to do it. They take down the 52, and it's really looking like Unlighted has got more paint and more paint control here, but as the Carbine goes down on the side of Resilience, this is going to be hard for them to get a comeback here.
Well, for the most part, it seems like
they have 10 seconds to get back to zone, but they're coming out with a Booyah Bomb here from both sides. They get the cap. They have to keep it, though, for 3 seconds. 2, 1. Overtime is going to start. We'll see if they get their push in. It doesn't look like it, though, as there are a billion specials coming out from the side of Unlighted, but the Booyah Bomb almost shuts it down, and that is unfortunate for Resilience, as Unlighted just had too many people up and much more paint than they did. I just dropped my controller.
You're not even playing.
I know, but it was resting on my leg. We're 1-1 here in this set, so it's guaranteed no longer going to be a... Next game is going to be Rainmaker Sturgeon Shipyard. I quite like this one, but then again I played 18 Booyahs. Huh.
Across both teams.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Especially for Humpback. And in the end, it was quality over quantity for Booyah Bombs that won and lighted the day there, especially with having majority paint control that whole game. Resilience just wasn't able to get the picks and hold the hot zones around the zone to keep Unlighted from getting back in easily.
Unlighted, right off the bat, basically had painting dominance. A junior, a K-Gal, and a Splash.
Yeah, and definitely with that Caper there, the Caper would have had to get the picks and keep consistently getting picks because it can't paint that well. Remix paints well, Splash paints well.
That is something you do not want to have in splat zones. That is something that's a situation in splat zones you do not want to be in. You really do not want to have to get picks to get zone.
Especially on a map like Humpback. And it looks like Resilience is still deciding who goes in and who goes out.
I am not sure who just got swapped out.
I do. It looks like Resilience here is going to run anchorless with the Knot of Daybreak on this Rainmaker. Definitely going for the more aggressive thing
there
here.
Are plenty of teams who do
Unlighted doesn't have an anchor themselves, unless I'm just blind and dumb here.
I don't think they have an anchor. They still haven't had an anchor weapon. The closest thing they've had is a knot.
That is true, and we've already seen how Pixie's Knot stacks up against Daybreak in the long run of a game here. They're gonna have to pull out something. Both teams, it's still an even set, but they have to keep vying for who has the game momentum. Resilience is already up. We're just waiting on 2 of Unlighted.
This is what basically what matters first is basically the first team to basically get 2 matches in a row, because so far it's been a back and forth.
That is true. And if it keeps going back and forth, it will go in Resilience's favor here on game 9. And here we go into game 3. Rainmaker on Sturgeon Shipyard. I like watching Rainmaker, however it can be one of the most boring modes to see. We do not have a ray coming out from either side. We've got the Machine and the K-Pro on the side of Unlighted for majority of the picks, and CDS comes out on the side of
Unlighted just going the same way. Guess the early pop.
They get an insta-pop, but the K-Pro really can't be frontlining here as they go down early. With the K-Shot, it's already a 4v2 for Resilience. 4v1.
Junior. This could be a very good.
This is going to be Resilience's first push. Hopefully they're able to make the most of it here. Carbine goes down, and it looks like the K-Shot is going to sort of distract Silver here in their court. Rainmaker goes down, only 48. They're still able to get cheesed for the lead here if Unlighted chooses to do that. And it looks like we're having trades and trades here. It's now only Julian on the side of Resilience. They're gonna go down to the K-Pro.
Interesting play by Julian.
Unlighted's going to let the Rainmaker reset, and hopefully they're going to start their push.
The K-Pro almost gets pushed into the void.
That would have been funny. It looks like Unlighted's pulling out their armors here as they're most likely going to go top left here. Just how Resilience took it as well. Resilience pops their armor. Julian is the only one in the top left currently, as that is where Unlighted will be trying to take it. However, Resilience is quickly going to be able to rotate. Now nobody's on the right. Oh.
The shot is DC'd.
Oh, shot DC. That's great. They died to the rain.
I believe it was early enough where there is still a replay.
I mean, I should probably pull that up.
I'm assuming replays are allowed. I think.
Yeah, replays are around. It's 1 per set. Okay. At the pull.
And I believe it was still early enough because it was not below 3:30, or is it 2:30?
I think it's 2. But I'm opening the rules just to double check.
I am not a captain, so I do not know the rules like the back of my hand.
Disconnections. One disconnect replay during a set as long as it occurred before 2 minutes 30 seconds and before they have pushed it to 30. So yes, Unlighted will get their replay here.
So yes, Unlighted will get a replay. Alright, this should be a fairly fast ready up screen.
Yep, it is indeed. And here we go. Take
right
2.
to the action.
Take 2 on game 3. Here we go. Unlighted no longer has a DC replay, but Resilience still does. Same comps again. We'll see if the same opening happens here for Resilience and for Unlighted. It looks like they're going to go for
going the same way.
A 3-1 split again with Silver on the left side and the rest of Resilience on the right as the K-Pro goes down again. It's
currently and we're seeing a very similar repeat.
The Machine, however, is able to get 2 of Resilience before they can get their push started. This is a better start if you're Unlighted side here. It definitely looks like they're going to be able to quickly defend Resilience's push if it comes. Unlighted has an armor, and they're going to pop their missiles as well. Rain comes out from Silver, and Resilience is going to be pushed back, but the K-Pro to the Rain, and Machine is down to Daybreak.
Machine is down.
And so is the K-Shot. It looks like it's going to be another big opening push here for Resilience, but the K-Pro is already on the left side challenging Julian here. They are not going to get the kill. The Machine now too. Machine is also going to get splashdown cancelled here, and now it's a 2v3. The K-Shot is looking at Day down in the court, and Julian is going to miss the jump again. And they're going to be pushed back because of the missiles, and this is not quite the explosive push that Resilience wanted here. The K-Shot gets Julian, and they're going to be left alone on the bottom left side to get killed by some burst bombs.
I would have just gone for response at that point.
Or taken it down into the void there.
Yeah, either one would have been better.
Machine trades with Carbine over here as Unlighted still hasn't popped the Rainmaker barrier. They should probably look into doing that soon, because it will not reset.
Yeah, they might wanna.
Unlighted finally pops the Rainmaker.
As Day is pushed back and Julian goes down to...
there seems to be a trade over on the right side, and it's a 2v3 for Resilience in mid right now. Unlighted still has paint control, which is not good for Resilience, and it looks like Unlighted's gonna get their first push in before anything happens. Julian goes down, and they get their armor up. The Caper's frontlining again, and it looks like Unlighted is going to go in from the right side. A Booyah Bomb comes in, and the Junior is going to move up through it. Unlighted's taking the lead here. They're going for...
This might be a KO push, assuming
they get to below 20, below 40 also for the No More Cheese. Carbine goes down to the Caper, who's still pushed up on the left side here. Silver, however, is going to attempt to deal with it, but the Machine jumps into it.
This might be another victory for Unlighted.
The Rainmaker resets. We've still got a minute 50 left. The K-Pro is all the way in the top right here. They're going to attempt to get a pick and go down in a 3v1 here. The missiles come out from Unlighted as the K-Shot is on the left side here, going to get the pick on the Inkjet, and Silver is going to stop the K-Shot from flanking here and hopefully kill. Yes. The K-Pro is now challenging Silver, but he's got armor just like...
I think that's a pretty bad matchup because I believe CS outranges K-Pro.
I don't remember, actually. The Machine goes down, K-Pro goes down on Snipe, the Junior is top left. K-Shot goes down as well. Julian's gonna go through Sponge here. It's gonna be easier for them, for Unlighted to get the pick there, though. I would have taken it top left, because that's where your teammates were.
That might have been a very poor choice of path.
There's less than a minute left here for Resilience, as Unlighted still has the lead, but they're 2 down, and Silver is going to drop onto the Junior, who grabs it.
Junior's trying to pick it up. I feel sorry for it.
The Junior goes down, and it looks like Resilience is still on their push here. Day is going to flank on the right side. They get the Machine. They unfortunately gets 2v1 here, and they get it down to 23. If they get the pop and run it, they can maybe get lead. There's 6 ticks in between the lead here. The Machine is above the Rainmaker still. Unlighted's gonna try for the pop here. They're going to get it.
They're gonna pick it up and try and run it away.
15 seconds left as Carbine is going to... They're going to reset the Rainmaker. They have to get back to mid in order to pop it. Silver appears to be there, and he's going to grab the Rainmaker. So we have a front...
There is no Ray here. There can still...
K-Shot is top left as they go down to Day.
Very close.
There are two down on the side of Unlighted here as...
If they're careful on the top,
Resilience takes the lead there just barely in overtime. It was very back and forth up until the last second there. I did not know who was going to win that.
Rainmaker is a very fun mode to watch because you can have the craziest stuff happen.
Especially when there's no red. I like it.
And thank God it is gone. It's Splatoon free.
We hope.
It's literally gone.
I don't know, they could have just not shown it in the trailer. But this set is
later.
still, that was a very good set from both teams. Unfortunately, 2 went down on the side of Unlighted there at the very end when
right at the end, Unlighted
they
had a slight bit of feeding.
they fumbled the ball when it was in their court, and that was unfortunate as it allowed Resilience to get the picks they needed and the lead. I honestly think, actually no, if they didn't reset the Rainmaker, I think Carbine and Day would have gotten there in time.
Yeah,
The resetting was the right play, but Unlighted wasn't able to push Carbine and Julian out of their street before Resilience started their overtime push, which was definitely a big detriment to how much time they had to defend. Game 4 will be Clam Blitz on Snapper Canal. This is an interesting one. There are 3 different ways you can take to push it, but the main one is through street, and it looks like Resilience has swapped their backline back into the PP.
No, technically there's 4. Rail, bridge, street, sneaky.
Yeah, but the right side counts as well. You can come in from the right, the sneaky, or the street, because Resilience is, I'd say, pretty strong on Clam Blitz. I haven't seen much of Unlighted here, so I'm really not sure. This is like one of my first times watching them play.
Someone scrimmed them. I don't actually remember.
Well, we know Pixie is either going to come out with the Knot or the Machine here. I'm betting on the Machine more likely.
Machine be far more versatile here as compared to a Nautilus.
Yeah. Resilience is kept in there.
Resilience has Day, so...
Here we go, game 4. I expect to see the splash come back from Unlighted, because the K-Shot didn't really seem to work for them on the Rainmaker.
Attempt this time. Ooh, wait a second.
We have Gudako on the Zap. It looks like Resilience is going to go for double armor here. That's usually their backline. A tent comes out on the side of Unlighted with the switch to the Knot from Pixie, as they're going to be thrown into a 2v1 with Gudako and Day at the start.
Down goes Silver.
Pixie trades with the Junior, and now it's a 2v3 in favor of Unlighted here, as a brawl is going to be happening on right hills.
Down goes the Splash. The 10 is trying.
Splash and Tent both go down there, as the Knot is going to stay on Snipe, see if they're going to drop onto the power or not. Julian gets the score, but
at what cost?
So far the push is not looking too fast right now. Their main clam holder, Day, is popped Inkjet, so they're not going to get any in. And the basket's going to close. I think that's honestly a misplay there from Day, and I do not believe they got any picks with the Inkjet either. One of Resilience jumps out as Julian is now alone on left hill. We will see.
Julian is currently jumping out, although he was playing Turf War just beforehand.
Unlighted now has turf control still, but Gudako goes in, rushes the Knot, and gets the kill.
And gets the trade.
Silver gets the trade on the Splash, and now it's a 2v2.
It's the 10 and the Junior.
The Juniors they both have their specials, and the 10 picks up the power once again.
Resilience nowhere close to either armor.
They're about halfway, and Unlighted's definitely going to have to make their push soon, but Resilience has taken back paint control. They're going to start their assault. Oh.
And
the Splash flanks their Sneaky. I missed that, and Unlighted jumps in with 2 power clams and was at 8 or 9 from the Junior. They're going to get a big push down to 36 here, but they're going to go 3 down in the process. Now it's just the Splash to defend Resilience here, as Gudako instantly scores another power, and Silver has a lot of clams to go in. They also have another power, and it looks like the lead is going to flip again. And Day pops their Inkjet, and they're getting a pick with it this time. Resilience still has enough clams to keep scoring. It's down to 8.
It's down to 8. 8
It's a massive push from Resilience before Unlighted is able to successfully defend it. Turns out that jump push wasn't too good for them, as it allowed Resilience to have a rapid push back in the mid.
Indeed, jump pushes are hit or miss.
Yeah,
they
very
definitely
risky.
work better on Inkblot.
Tent's got position beacons. They haven't seemed to be placing them in a lot of places. They popped their bomb rush for turfing, but they don't really move in with it, which Resilience is going to get another armor, and it looks like they're not going to get the score again, but they're going to definitely try to.
It was a very close one.
2 people feed in and die there for the power. I do not think that score was worth it for going 2 down and letting Unlighted able to get paint back again. The tent seems to be pushing Day alone here as they get the kill.
Unlighted has 26 clams currently in holding.
That is true. They can do some damage here to their score if they're able to get in. The tent's going to launch through street but not follow it up, which is probably a smart play here, as Resilience has got a solid defense right now. They're watching the flank, they're watching all 3 sides. It's just a matter of who gets the most effective usage out of their specials now, as the tent and the zap go down on either side. Looks like the knots on Ink Rail. They're going to see if they push, but Julian sneaks behind and gets the score here to delay Unlighted even further. That, however, is going to give them pretty much another pity, so they've given them a free power climb thing now.
They're gonna score.
They're going to score, and it looks like they're going to KO here. That was
a very unfortunate play.
That was an unfortunate score. It gave them an extra power, and you weren't able to do much off of it. But now it's 2-2 in this set. It is still flipping back and forth.
We're still going back and forth.
That game, Unlighted still had the most paint. That was definitely better for them than the last 2 games.
In order for Unlighted to flip the outcome of this so far, they have to win these next 2 games back to back.
Oh, they only have to win. They have to win 1 game back to back, and then if it flips again, they'll have the advantage going into game 9. That keeps going like this. So far, both teams are very even. Seems to be quite close, actually.
Assuming we keep going back and forth, I believe Resilience would
Yes, Resilience would win. They took the first game, they take the last
2 matches in a row to flip this.
They do, indeed. We're going to be looking here at Splatzone's Inkblot Art Academy. I personally love this stage. Unfortunately, however, the jump thing that you can get up onto the enemy plat was banned by Luti, so if we see that, that's illegal. I'm not sure what to do about it if we do see it.
I don't know what we do.
I don't know, I think whatever team had it done against them clips it and reports it, I guess. Resilience did not switch members this time, and
the Luti TOs are indeed no fun.
Hey, we can't say that.
I mean, you can.
I can. You can't.
I'm just a commentator.
I wish there was a carpet on either of those teams, because this is definitely where we'd see it, but neither team runs a carpet ever. Makes me sad.
Okay, yes, thank you, Carbon Main. Any other statements you'd like to make?
Bring back Splat 1 horizontal flick. Alright, here we go. Into game. Whatever. Hold on. Streamlabs, why are you lagging? Okay.
Outstanding.
Hey, at least this time the scuff wasn't partially my fault. We see the double armor come out from Resilience once again. They have a bit more paint than the last zones map, especially with the CDS instead of the Capro here. Who started off in left tree.
Has a very similar comp to last time.
Unlighted definitely does. The splash goes down trying to chase the CDS into a corner. Generally, you wouldn't want to chase a CDS into a corner. So the knot also goes down in front of zone, and this looks like as Resilience has pushed 3 into the plat of Unlighted, with Gudako going down, Julian is alone on zone for now, as the knot is going to try to push them from the right side.
Comes a Booyah Bomb and a Suction Bomb rush from Unlighted.
This should be a cap for Unlighted here, as they also invest an Inkjet into it. They didn't quite have their armor ready, as Silver goes down on the left side in a 2v1. The knot goes down after their Inkjet expires, and it looks like it's a 3v2 currently, with favor of Unlighted here. The knot is coming in from the right as they have the past 2 times. They're gonna try and get a cheeky pick on Day here, but Day's gonna be able to jump out, and they have their armor now. This definitely looks like it's Resilience's time to push back in, however, they haven't quite got the paint or the picks yet. Julian's gonna become a fidget spinner here at the top of mid, as they drop, and they're going to try to keep paint with Day on the right side. They still haven't gotten a second cap though, as it's now below 20 for Unlighted as Gudako goes down. This looks like this is going to be the flip that Unlighted needs, unless Resilience is able to cap here. Does not look like they're going to, as their 2 main painters are down, and it's only Silver left to cap zone, and that is a quick game from Unlighted's side. That was... Resilience was doing really well at the start there, but as soon as Unlighted got their first cap, it was kind of over for them. They sort of fed in and died one by one. They weren't able to get the paint or the picks that they needed to push back in, especially with that KA count evidence of it. Streamlabs is lagging.
I mean, it's not over quite yet.
It's not over yet, no. Both teams are extremely even. Sets still could go either way, but now Unlighted has momentum, so if it keeps flip-flopping, they will take Game 9 with this trend. Alright, going into Game 6? Yeah, Game 6, we're going to see Tower Control and Starfish main stage. Not my personal favorite map mode combo, but it's not too bad. At least it's not Ancho.
I have no opinions on this stage.
You have no opinions on everything. Resilience has swapped members again, so they're going to come out with a different comp here. Tower Control Starfish main stage. It's hard to defend the first checkpoint. It's hard to defend if the opponents get somebody who can keep you at range and off your own snipe. But then it's also quite powerful if you can keep them off of your snipe, because they don't have the access to your top right or your court to sort of get a spawn camp going. Stops at the second checkpoint are much more common, because that's when the lead is decided. First checkpoint, not so much, although I have seen it happen.
As we are now waiting for Unlighted to finish running up.
Okay, buddy.
What do you mean, okay, buddy?
We've got 8 seconds left, and 3 people in Unlighted have not pressed the checkpoint. Oh, there we go. Pixie doesn't ready up until the end. Here you go, Game 6. Tower Control on Starfish main stage. We will see how this one turns out. I quite like spectating this stage, but not so much playing on it. It looks like we're gonna see the crap would come out from Unlighted again, just like the first... No, what's it? First Tower Control map on Mako Mart. CJet comes out once again from the side of Resilience, as
along with missiles.
2 are on the right side. It's a 2-2 split for Unlighted here, as this splash takes out Carbine. They've got their armor, and it's a 3v3 currently. Knots on right wing, they're going to get Daybreak.
He's gonna take out Day.
They're gonna have to get rid of Pixie on the right side here if Resilience wants to keep their push going at the start, as it looks like the splash on the side of Unlighted is going to pop their bomb rush for paint. Resilience has a Ray ready. The knot does go down on the side of Unlighted, and here comes the armor Ray combo. Carbine is going to pressure the Crapid, who's bollard on the right side. The splash is sharking left street, and the juniors on snipe for Unlighted. Crapid's sort of overextended here. They're gonna try to jump out. They do get to jump out. Carbine goes down on right wing for Resilience, and they've still got the tower closer and closer to first checkpoint.
Julian's painting for you. Julian has his armor. He's probably gonna pop it soon.
Hopefully, they're definitely going to... Yeah, here comes the armor from Resilience, and it definitely looks like they're going to attempt to defend Unlighted's advance in the mid. It's another 2-2 split here, and...
Was it a 2v1?
Day lost to the 2v1, which is unfortunate. As we see an Inkjet from the left side from Pixie gets Julian.
And the Crapid pushing up.
With the armor, it's a deadly combo here. And this is going to let Unlighted take their first push, but...
And they get lead often, but only barely. This is... No
Unlighted is backed up.
Yet.
Yes, Unlighted has broken back into mid, as the splash is going to come in from Resilience's attic here, going to get the C-Jet and K-Shot.
The shot.
That's devastating. 3 down on Resilience. It's time for Unlighted to make their big push.
Unlighted is starting to find their stride.
Definitely in the set, they were sort of slow on the wake up here, but so far this match is in their favor as they have total paint control. And it looks like Resilience is going to opt for an attempt to stop them at checkpoint 2. The baller misses. That's unfortunate. And 2 are still on snipe for Unlighted here, as the Crapid gets a pick on Day, and they get past checkpoint 2 here. Carbine's alone, but here comes the Ray. The Ray gets 1. The Crapid's on snipe. There's a jump all the way forward here. Unlighted is definitely looking to keep the pressure up on Resilience here. They're not going to stop this push without a full team fight.
There is just under 2 minutes left to go.
2 go down on the side of Resilience already, and it's a 3v2. 3 go down for Resilience. Now it's Julian's alone again. They have to jump out to preserve armor. And this just looks like it's Unlighted's match right now. There's a little under 2 minutes left, and Resilience hasn't really made a substantial push here. The Inkjet comes out from Pixie. It doesn't get anybody. Oh, it trades with Julian, and now it's a 3v2 in the favor of Resilience here. But the Junior's been riding tower the whole time, and they're looking like they're going to get past checkpoint 3 as they're about to take lead 3 on tower. 2 go down at the end, but it's unfortunately not soon enough for Resilience.
That was an ending.
That's really got a big blow for Resilience's morale here, because now they have to win or lose here. If they lose, the set is over, as it's now 4-2 for Unlighted. Looks like we're going into Rainmaker on Blackbelly Ski Park. I'm not a huge fan of Blackbelly in general, but Rainmaker's definitely the best mode to be on with. It's very flat as well.
If you give me the option, I'm just not gonna play it.
Oh yeah, but I'm in kart.
I hate slopes.
Yeah, I know. Resilience is definitely going to have to take the momentum that Unlighted has now. They have to win this Zone Skipper and Blitz on the Reef in order to take the set and move on into finals.
They can do it.
It can be done. The teams are close, but they can't give Unlighted the pushes that they gave them on the power control.
Shown in game 3.
Yes.
this is a stage where flanks are basically king.
If you pull them off, that is.
Yes.
Resilience is already up. It seems like they've been set in stone for all of their comps here this afternoon. Unlighted, on the other hand, is taking a bit more time to think over what they're going to run for each map, and I'd assume Resilience went over it beforehand, just like Unlighted has, but they're taking a little bit more time. It's all about adapting to your opponent. If Resilience is going to win, they're definitely going to have to adapt to Unlighted's playstyle here. Here we go. Into Game 7.
I mean, this year could be the end.
It's time for Resilience to show what they're worth here on Rainmaker Black Belly. K-Pro comes out from both sides here. Silver is opting for that over the CDS. We have the Ray again and an Inkjet Splash coming out from Day. Ooh, not on the knot here as Unlighted has. The knot on Unlighted is actually going to go for a flank. We will see. It's armored too. Gudaku catches them out. I've assumed they've been called, but Resilience is seeming to have ignored them for now, as Day is pushed up into the opponent's. Unfortunate for Gudaku there, the knot does get the pick, and the flank is therefore deemed successful. They do get punished, however, it's now a 2v3 in the... Oh, never mind.
3v3.
Now it's a 3v3 again. Gudaku is going to have their Ray very soon, and an armor. Resilience has 3 specials. If at any time there is to push, it is now, especially with having 3, and with the knot going down. Here comes the armor.
Now is the time to push. There's 1 down.
The splash is striking on the right. Day gets the pick on them. Here comes the Booyah Bomb.
It's gonna almost land right on top of Julian.
Julian's just gonna go for it. They're gonna go down to a bomb with 24 points. That is nowhere near a safe push here.
But the push ain't over yet.
The push is true, that is. The push is not over yet. Resilience gets the pop. They aren't going to opt to hold forward into it, though, with the free paint that the pop gives, as the knot goes down. But Julian pushes it all the way to 13. And here comes the armor from Unlighted. They're definitely going to get popped this time. Day's going to get 3v1'd in the corner, and it looks like Resilience's push is over. That is a horrible jump from Julian here. Silver, however, getting the pick on the Rainmaker and jumping out. That is a great delay from side of Resilience there. Unlighted is going to get their first push in. They've popped Suction Rush for paint.
Toxic miss right on the Rainmaker, very devastating.
Here comes the Ray from Gudaku as they're going to get the pick. They get the pick. The knot is flanking again. But they're going to opt to back up since their teammates have all pretty much died. And now they're out of position as the Rainmaker is going to run left here with paint and a Booyah Bomb. Here comes another Booyah. And that's going to go right in the path of the Rainmaker. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize and run through it. Here comes the Inkjet from Pixie. They go down, 2 down on the side of Unlighted again. Here comes the armor. Splash is going to drop onto the Rainmaker. Get the kill, but they get wiped. Resilience, the time is now. Are you going to get the KO? And they're not going to be able to. 3 go down. Gudaku's got to get out. That's a push to 1. Unlighted has not yet passed mid.
That is not a safe lead, but goddamn, that is a
Here comes the Ray once again.
Here comes the Ray. This might
the Rays have been devastating so far for Unlighted, as they still have not been able to get it out of their half of the map.
As much as
Resilience is just dominating this match. This is what they needed. They needed the momentum. There's still a minute 50 left in the match, however. It's definitely still winnable for Unlighted here. Day is going to go into 2v1, successfully get out, but here comes the Booyah Bomb from the K-Pro, going to catch out Julian. Julian goes down. That's okay though, because Resilience was nowhere close to their armor. Day gets the K-Pro, here comes the Inkjet from Pixie. Inkjet battle once again. The Inkjet goes down on the side of Unlighted, and the Splash is out of position on the right side. However, They do not get a single pick on
just trying to bury it.
Julian. Julian is burying it. Whoa! They're way out in front.
Very close to their side.
Day goes down, unfortunately, and looks like both of Resilience are in Unlighted's half of the map still. K-Pro is going to try and get the pick on the C-Jet. They're not going to make it.
For rushing in.
The C-Jet is not close to their Ray yet, but they're definitely going to have one for Unlighted's last push. Unlighted's let it reset, and they're going to get an insta-pop here.
Silver is just sitting there ready to...
Here comes the armor. It looks like this might be Unlighted's first push, and they're definitely going to take it through half pipe. The Ray is almost ready on Godaku's side. And it looks like, with Unlighted's first push, one goes down. Here comes the Ray. Super devastating still. Goes down the inkjet. There's 30 seconds left, and now it's only the knot on the side of Unlighted.
They just gotta stall it.
There's gonna have to be a miracle to happen here.
20 seconds.
Resilience is not going to get the pop here. I'd say that's a sort of safe position for them to have it in, as there's completely blue on their side of the map.
It's a decent position, assuming they
6 seconds left. Here comes the splash. They don't have bomb rush. They're not going to get the pop quick enough, and that is game 7 for Resilience. We said they needed to take back momentum. Well, here they are, doing just that. Will they carry it though? That's what we need to see.
We might still see a game 9. Assuming Resilience can keep up this energy.
If Resilience shows up in the game 8 with the same force that they had here, this is definitely going to be a game 9.
I believe we are going into
we're going to Splat Zones on Skipper Pavilion. I hate this map, but
I have opinions on this
it is very easy to get locked out, and I am hoping we are probably going to see a tent coming out from Michael on Unlighted, as they have already played tent in the set, and Zone Skipper is really just a tent map, and it is very hard to not get locked out.
This here is blah 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 blah. Whatever I was gonna say, forget it, because I forgot myself.
Good job. This is an extremely close set, and Resilience definitely needed that win, not just because they were one loss away from losing the set, but that's definitely a morale booster, getting that dominant of a win on a team that is so close to them in skill, I would say.
There's also in chat a Red Sun's coach, so not Red Sun, Resilience.
That is true. I mean, we're just not being chat for this? I wouldn't think so.
Shush.
Yes. Captain Obvious over here. This time the roles seem to have flipped. Resilience is taking their sweet time on deciding their comp, and Unlighted is completely ready though. I think that's fun.
Let's see what occurs here.
It's funny, before I was on Twisted Time, I had never won a single game in a tournament or a scrim on Splat Zone Skipper.
Yes, I'm aware. I remember that.
Yeah. And then I did. It's definitely on this map. It's definitely about trying to get the longest lockout here, because it's once you get a good one, it's very hard to get back in. No tent on the side of Unlighted. That's surprising to me personally.
Double K-Gal, double Junior.
It's going to be a 2-2 split for top and bottom. Day's going to go down on zone very quickly.
Dies on zone. That's a very bad
it looks like Silver is going to be in a 2v1 here as Godaku goes to zone here. Silver almost gets out there. Unfortunately goes down, and Godaku is going to get pincered here. Splash goes down on the bottom side of zone as Julian's just doing his own thing in guard.
It's a 2v2.
Here comes the Booyah from Day, and they're gonna hold it. They're gonna throw it on the far side of zone, hopefully to pincer the Gal. The Gal's able to get their Booyah bomb. It's not going to get shredded, unfortunately, for Resilience.
Oh, that's a very bad time to die.
The Splash rushes the ballpoint, who also goes down.
And
this is going to be the start of a lockout, I'm going to guess. However, the junior is the only one on zone, and here comes Resilience with armored 3 from the bottom. The splash is here to back the junior up, but it's not enough to delay the cap from Resilience. However, Resilience has still not been able to push past 93.
Oh,
as I said that.
Booyah Bomb practically instantly. Splash down on zone is going to flip into to Unlighted's favor.
Here comes another Booyah Bomb. It might almost catches out Pixie. The bottom of the zone is now completely clear from Unlighted. The machine goes down. The splash also goes down. This looks like it's going to be Resilience's first attempt at a lockout here.
Almost into Shrine.
The junior and the splash on Unlighted's side are definitely going to try to push through the bottom.
Pulls lead, starting their push.
Here comes the armor push from Unlighted. They're going to go for the cap here. They're most likely going to get it, with all 4 specials invested there, but will they be able to take out the members of Resilience off that? So far it does not look like it, as nobody goes down from all 4 specials as Pixie falls off the map. That's something I would do. The splash is the only one bottom for Unlighted as Resilience keeps the cap. Gudako goes down and the splash is going to move in off of that, but they get 3v1'd and unfortunately go down. The junior is holding their armor for Unlighted as the machine is close to their splashdown, but what am I saying? They fall off. Again. That's something I would do. The K-52 is bottom. You've got to be really not happy about falling off.
They booyah armor.
Especially. It does not look like Resilience is going to back up. 2 go down. 3 go down on the side of Resilience. Oh, that's a delayed wipe. That's really unfortunate, as they were close to all 4 of their specials here. This is going to be Unlighted's chance for a lockout, and the lead is going to flip very quickly here. Looks like they're going to pop both of their specials. They're going to try to cap. It's not going to come before. A singular Booyah Bomb on the zone will not do much to cap it. It is very easy to outpaint it. Day goes down, but so does the machine. Julian is probably going to get pincered. They do go down. It's capped with 14 to go for Unlighted. Here comes another Booyah Bomb mixed with a suction rush. Machine goes down. K-Gal decides to turn their attention to Day, who gets 2v1 by Day and Julian. Now it's Resilience's time for a clapback at that somewhat big of a push that Unlighted had.
They're barely double. Like they.
And the penalty has expired for Resilience. The Unlighted is now going to come down. All 4 from bottom. That is going to leave them open to flanks. However, none come. They get the cap. That's pretty bad for Resilience here, as Day is going to survive the Booyah Bomb. Gudako goes down to the 52, who is going to go down to more people in Resilience. The junior's in a corner. They die mid-jump. That is not good for Unlighted here. Resilience is most likely going to get the lead off of this. The penalty is all but gone for Resilience, and it does not look like Unlighted is anywhere close to pushing as Pixie overextends, feeds in. The lead is flipped once again. Here comes the bomb rush from Unlighted, but it might not be enough. They're going to neutralize it too. Will they get the cap? It's a 2v2. It's purely a paint war. The splash goes down on the zone. Now it's going to be a 3v3. Here comes the splashdown. This is going to be... The flank comes in from Silver, but it is not quick enough. Unlighted is able to delay the cap, but not for long. 10 seconds are left. Unlighted has to get back in, but it does not look like they're going to be able to. The splash is going to try for a miracle play, but they get a kill, but it's not going to amount to much here. We are going to game 9. This is amazing.
What an intense ending.
This is great stuff from both teams. I am excited for this last game here.
This last match is going to be amazing. Hopefully. Clam Blitz on the Reef.
Clam Blitz on the Reef. We saw how Clam Blitz went last time, so Resilience is going to have to come out of pocket here and bring up something big. They can't let the flank get in, or the triple power clam pushes come from Unlighted.
Especially on Reef.
Especially on Reef, although it is quite...
They cannot let them go through their car whatsoever.
It is very easy to miss the power climb jump on Reef if you're coming through street, though.
someone has to be watching that at
Yes,
all
indeed,
times,
somebody
basically.
has to be watching Car. The sneaky push through Car loses a lot of games for teams and wins, well, for the other team,
We're
obviously, but
this this I believe this match here decides Grands, and
yes,
is it Grands
if
and what else?
Resilience, whoever wins this match goes into the grand finals of Div 4 America, and whoever loses will end up in the third place match.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, this match here basically decides who who goes to Grands, and
Goes
who
first
ends
third.
up in a third. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed, and it is very much win or die for both of these teams now, as we've gone into Game 9. Resilience is coming in with a 2-game momentum. They've been flipping and flopping back and forth this whole set, pretty much.
I'm watching both teams here kind of
Both
taking their
teams are
time.
taking
Neither
their
is rushing
time
a comp.
thinking comps now. Definitely, there has to be a lot of stress on both sides here. They can't let it get to them. It is so easy to lose, especially in clams on this
Which
map.
side is going to crack first is the real question.
That is true in a best of 9 set.
In a
It
best
can
of
be
9,
really
like
hard to
game
keep
9.
your mentality and endurance going the whole set. Who knows? I mean, we have experience with that, except it wasn't a best of 9, it was 3 best of, what, 7s? Just like the first game, tower control make them work. Here we go, game 9, we're going to Clam Blitz on the Reef here.
Game 9, this shall be a fun one to watch. Which team will break first?
Definitely. You have to get a good push in on clams, it is just...
Not double armor.
Here comes the 10th once again, they play it on clams but not on zone skipper. They probably would have been better off on it there.
Who are we to judge?
We are back with the knot from Day.
From Resilience.
Double armor again on Resilience. They're gonna opt for the Caper here in game 9 instead of CDS. It's the Booyah Bomb. Here comes first armors from both sides here as the splash is pressuring Gudako on the left side. Jillian is gonna come around to help, and here comes the second armor from Resilience. The opening fight is still happening, no casualties yet.
No one also has bridge fully secure.
Damn, no commentators first either. The two are going to push bridge, push Gudako here. Gudako goes down as two down on the side of Resilience. Day is going to have to rotate back to street without going down to the splash here. The splash gets the kill. It looks like Unlighted is going to start their first push here if they can build a power. They have almost 2. This could be devastating, but the bomb to the tent shield. That's a real team killer there.
The good old Brian and Shendu.
Gudako rushes bridge, unfortunately goes down to the tents. Very bad idea. And here comes the Inkjet from Pixie. Here comes the Booyah Bomb to survive. They got shredded by Knot and an Inkjet. That was a bad jump from Julian. Here comes the first scores. They is flanked through mid. They're going to go down to a junior as the first push from Unlighted goes past 50. It's just the junior left. There's a horrible jump from Pixie, but Drop Roller saves them.
Drop Roller, so...
Both Knots are running Drop Roller in this set, by the way. I probably should have mentioned that earlier.
At current, Resilience only needs like 3 power clams, and they can...
This is still very much winnable for Resilience here. Unfortunately, Gudako goes down to the splash. It looks like they're going to start their first push here. They pass off the power. Tent's coming in from the left side. They go down to Day. Here comes the first score. Will Resilience be able to hit back with just as strong a push? Wiped on the side of Unlighted. Here comes another power lead for Resilience. They've got 4 clamps behind them. I don't think they realize yet. 2 go down on the side of Unlighted again. However, Resilience doesn't have any clamps. Again, this is the downfall of their first push on Snapper. Is going to be the downfall of their first push here. Unfortunately, that's a staggered wipe from the side of Unlighted, as they now have paint control on their street and mid. Tent shoots off a shield that's going to attract the attention of Resilience. Here comes the Inkjet from Pixie. Silver is looking to do something about that with the armor. Pretty sure that saved his life there.
I'm pretty sure it did too.
He goes down as he trades
Down
with the
goes the
splash.
splash, though.
There's going to be a tent from behind. Pixie is going to look for the jump here. Here it comes. Bubbles to stall. And Pixie's the only one left alive. That was definitely not as powerful as their jump push on Snapper Clams. Definitely looks like they weren't as ready for that yet.
Scary situation if your resilience there, though.
That is true. That could have been huge for Unlighted. As it looks like Resilience has still not regained their paint control yet. Day goes down, but both knots are dead. The tent is somewhat overextended here. Julian is going to challenge him. Doesn't get any picks. Both come out alive. Resilience has 2 power clamps here. They're going to look to make the push. Here comes the armor. They get Yudaku on the side of Resilience here. It looks like they're going to try to defend now. Day's flanking with Knot. This could be devastating. Down goes the tent. And they're going to walk right into Day here. Splash goes down, and now it's just the Junior. The Junior's going to run back through car, but in come 2 power clams on the side of Resilience here. Julian's got 1 clam to stall while Day pops Inkjet with all of their clams again. Here comes another jump, 7 clams, and they aren't going to get any more in. That is going to be a delayed wipe on the side of Resilience and Unlighted's chance to get into mid, which they have taken. Here comes the armor and the bomb rush. 2 power climbs are going to come in. Here comes the jump. It doesn't look like they're close enough. It's going to miss. That's gotta be a sigh of relief here for Resilience as they missed the second power climb. That would have taken the lead.
We're now in the last 30 seconds of the game.
I could tell from where the jump spot was. It was just barely too far away. As I said before the match started, it is so easy to miss it coming in from street. Day goes down on the left side, but it looks like Julian's going to take the opening. He notices nobody's there. Silver's going to jump in, and it looks like it's going to make it. There's 11 to 13, 5 seconds left.
I would not get in there. I would back out if I was.
Here comes overtime for Unlighted. This is going to be their ride or die moment here. Here comes the armor. They only have that armor as a special though. Here comes the splash from behind. Day's going to catch them out on it. Get the pick. Here comes the tent with the 2. 1 power climb goes down. So does the other. It is just the tent, and it wasn't fast enough. That is Resilience for the win. Resilience is going to grands, my friends. That was an intense set, to say the least, all the way to Game 9. Great plays from either team.
Right at the end.
Unfortunately, Unlighted was just not fast enough there at the end to get the last power climb in. That has got to be a pop-off from the side of Resilience's voice chat right now.
GG's to both teams.
Great set overall. That was great to watch. There were no super boring stalling games that we see.
I'm pretty sure right at the end you can see Unlighted crack.
Unlighted definitely cracked at the end there. The power climb was touching the barrier. Unfortunately, Unlighted was not able to get there fast enough.
Good games to both teams.
That has got to be a blow to your morale there. We'll see how Resilience will do in the finals versus Twice or Bounty on the other side of the bracket. This will be going up on YouTube as soon as possible, hopefully. And I'm hopefully going to stream Div 4 American Finals then with Resilience. Yeah, Resilience is really good at Game 9. Thank you all for coming, and that will be the end of the stream for me. This is me, Evie, and Kaiser. We are signing off.
Auf Wiedersehen.